Welcome to the Motor City Book Experience Show, presented by AVOC Publishing, with your hosts, A.G. Hobson, A.N. Williams, and The Charlatan Presents. And now we begin your Motor City Book Experience.
I am A.N. Williams.
I am A.G. Hobson.
And I am The Charlatan.
This is our debut show talking about the Motor City Book Experience and who we are.
AVOC Publishing is a publishing company that we started August 2014, and we wanted to do our own thing after being in the publishing industry, and so we just published a whole bunch of books and some nonfiction, some fiction, some urban fiction, and some everything.
All right, so let's talk about ourselves a little bit. I am A.N. Williams. I actually write nonfiction and subgenres of different romance novels. Me and my sister A.G. Hobson, we also write under the name
Shaylin Amador.
All right, yeah.
And I'm A.G. Hobson, and like she said, we do write under Shaylin Amador. Shaylin Amador is our pen name / other personality. Shaylin gets a little freakier than we.
She's the naughty girl.
She's the naughty girl. And so when I wanna write something that I don't want to associate it with my name per se, I do it under Shaylin Amador.
And I am The Charlatan. I write urban fiction. I have written my first novel, which is Foul Intentions, and I also have an urban fiction book called Candy Rain, Chocolate, Strawberries, and Bullets. And my second one that's coming is Finally the King, which is the second part to Foul Intentions. But the Chocolate, Strawberries, and Bullets and Candy Rain is a collaboration with me and my wife, which is
Shaylin Amador.
It's Shaylin Amador, because you know what goes down with Shaylin Amador.
Yeah,
absolutely. And the Cutthroat Chronicles is the name of the Foul Intentions.
Yeah.
It's the series,
it's
the subtitles.
Series. Yes.
Yeah. So I just want to talk about some of the books that I write as well. My first book was Light in the Shadow, and me and A.N. Williams wanted to collaborate on a book that was like, we wanted her to be a serial killer, but we wanted people to like her, something like Dexter. So we kind of, put that together. And originally we were supposed to like tag team and write it.
right.
But she ended up leaving it all on me, and so it ended up being almost 90,000 words.
Not intentionally.
But it ended up being 90,000 words, and it's like one of my favorite. It's not my absolute favorite, but it's one of my favorites.
That's the baby.
It's the baby, and I ended it with The Shadow Exposed, but I hated to let Ryan go, and a lot of readers always tell me you should do a part 3 because of how I left the end with some possibilities.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe one day I will.
Light in the Shadow.
Light in the Shadow. And then one of my favorites is Silent Threads. It's a historical romance about a mixed young lady who doesn't talk. And I think I've read that book about 10 times.
Oh my God, yeah.
And it's on audio. It just became available yesterday. I do. She's really an interesting character.
What's your favorite Charlatan of the collaborations or just your own work?
Well, my own work, my baby is Foul Intentions.
Oh, yeah.
Because it comes from life experience, and it also has a message, and it's just not about the streets and drugs. I don't want you to just take that message, but I also want you to take a positive message out of what I write, because I'm a positive person now. I'm
Right.
not just trying to write something to glorify the streets,
Right.
to have people going out following what my book says. So my whole thing is to write urban fiction with something behind it, with infrastructure that people can stand on and take something positive out of, instead of just drugs and guns, because we got enough of that.
Drugs, guns, and sex.
Drugs, guns, sex, alcohol, everything. So Foul Intentions is my favorite one, but my second one is coming, and I'm hoping, my wife is pushing me, so hopefully it's coming in the next 2 weeks. It's called Finally the King, And it took me a time to write this book because you always want the second one to be better than the first one. That's why it's always harder to write the second one. So I've been trying hard. It's coming.
So, what I want to know, Charlatan, is what can readers expect from part 2, without giving away any too many details? What can they expect? Because Foul Intentions was a good hit, but what can they expect with Finally the King?
If you like Foul Intentions, then you're gonna like Finally the King. And Finally the King is double what Foul Intentions is. Double the drama, double the drugs, and because when somebody in the street and they trying to come up, as they go further in the street, it just get worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Jamarcus was definitely foul. Because Foul Intentions, I just want to put out there, that Jamarcus was foul. You did a good job on that character. I don't know if you based him on somebody.
Yeah, it's the Cutthroat Chronicles, and the third one, I have one last book after Finally the King. It's called The Curse of the King. So that will be the last one. I hate killing my stars and my characters. I don't know how it's gonna go. I let the characters take a life of their own. So I try to write one thing, and the character tell me he not gonna do that. He gonna do this.
So A.N., what's your favorite book out of your collection?
I want to say, well, I have two favorites. I like One Single Chance, and that's because it was my first actual finished novel, and it was a positive for that mature audience and some single women who don't want all that sex in books, but they still want the romance. It was really a time in my life when I was going through a change, and so it was a positive, uplifting book, and that's why I like that. But I also love my nonfiction because it was about my life, and it really, I dealt with a lot of depression and stuff. So when I wrote that nonfiction, it really gave me that strength. Even though I had overcame a lot of stuff, but it gave you that extra strength. Like, I can breathe now because this is a part of me, but it is not me now.
So what I wanted to ask you about that. So when you wrote One Single Chance, because how you do.
Yeah.
How did you, even though, I was the one that edited and I went edited it, but was you tempted to write a sex scene in it?
You know what? I was at a real, how we have high points in our lives? Mm-hmm. It was like a spiritual awakening inside of me because I was really close to the church at that time. And so when I wrote the book, it was just spiritual mainly. And so I wasn't even tempted to write like little nasty stuff.
Yeah, Shaylin Amador.
Right, Shaylin. But really, a lot of people, a lot of spiritual books or church books that's based on the church, it's a lot of sex in those
It
books.
is a lot. Yeah, it is.
It was just something that was different, and it just came out of me.
Because Elise wouldn't even give him a kiss. She was just hesitant to give David a little kiss.
She was just stuck. But sometimes love has to open up those wounds because she was a hurt person. So she, that love had to open up those wounds and okay, you ain't too high, girl. Get off the high horse.
Come down and get David a little kiss.
She drove me crazy. But when you go into your characters, they do, like the Charlatan said, they take on the face of their own.
Yeah, they do. Absolutely, they do. So I did write my only book that I had that I didn't really have sex. Well, one was my nonfiction because I couldn't put nothing in there because it's a spiritual book.
Right.
But my other one.
What was the name of your nonfiction?
It's A World of Hurt. Getting Over Hurt in the World. What do I got? It's the subtitle. It's a church hurt book.
Right.
It's getting over hurt in the world while and then getting hurt in the church. Or
right.
Something to that nature.
A lot of people is afraid to touch them topics.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even want to read the book. Because I deal with promotions. Don't mean to cut you off.
Okay,
but I deal with promotions in the street. So I go out there and I touch the people. And when I sell books, a lot of people look at that book and they see what it's about. And a lot of church people see it and they be afraid to touch it because they're afraid that they might see something in their church when they go back. So a lot of them is afraid to touch it. You can't be afraid.
Oh, they definitely gonna see some things that's happening in their church because the things that happen to us is not rare.
It's not.
So, and I felt like I needed to write that book because it happens so often. It's like, and then people are afraid to talk about it. And like I said before, I'm not gonna
Sugarcoat.
be quiet or sugarcoat what happened to me because that's my story.
Right, but it's not church bashing. It's just exposing things that do happen that's real.
Right. I mean, like I say that in the book, and that I'm not here to bash church. I wasn't
Right.
there to put a bad name on church, but it's just like when you have a uncle in the family that's molesting people.
Yeah.
You're not saying that all uncles molest people, but you're
Right.
saying this uncle molests people.
Yeah.
You know, so when it happened to me, you can't tell me that I can't talk about my story,
Right.
Because that's what happened to me. I'm not putting a label on all churches,
Right.
I'm putting a label on the churches that did that to me,
To you.
and especially because they haven't changed their ways.
That's right.
And if they never touch the issue, then nobody ever get held accountable, and then church just go on as usual, and nobody
Right.
get held accountable, and people continue to get hurt. So, books is good for people to read. That's why
That's
I try
right.
to get people to read all the time. I saw a young lady yesterday. She told me she didn't read. She said she was dyslexic or something. I don't know if she was playing or what, but it wasn't nothing.
Dyslexia is real.
Yes, it's not.
Right. Right.
She was looking like she was just like irritated, didn't want to be bothered, which
That's
is
fine.
cool, but
Right.
that's nothing to play with. That because a lot of people need to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of young dudes. I say, hey, do y'all read books? Like, check out my books. I wrote them myself. I'm telling you, 8 out of 10 young men that I see in the streets say, oh man, I don't read books.
Wow.
I'm like, you don't read nothing. Now, it don't have to be my book.
Exactly.
It don't have to be my book. Let me tell you about a author that I know. She or he wrote this book. Go read this. It don't have to be my book, but read
Exactly.
something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Reading is the key.
And it's fundamental.
It is. Absolutely.
So, we have other authors. AVOC Publishing. We do not only just do the urban, and we do call our urban lit Urban Fire.
Urban Fire.
That's right.
Yeah, but we do have like our we spoke about our nonfiction. We have our children's books. We have some for the younger kids. The what is it? Two Daughters for the King by Vivian McClendon. We have what DJ does
What DJ does.
by A.N. Williams. That was a dedication to my little grandbabies. Pictures of him,
Noodle.
and what he learned from his day-to-day life. Yeah, we call him Noodle. He got so many names. Oh my God. And,
And we got Jake Philister, Demon Hunter, by my 13-year-old son, Lindsay. We have Ghost Boyfriend by my daughter, Kenzie. And those are like middle school books. Little kids in elementary, I mean, they probably could read it, but those were collabs that I did with my children. So it is some words in there that elementary kids would have to look up in the dictionary.
Right. Palm City.
Yeah, Palm City is one that I wrote myself. And then we got Christina Williams, the Spencer Journals.
Yeah,
And
our teen,
that's the
preteen.
teen. And we kind of wanted her book to be like the answer, the flip side to Sweet Valley High.
Hello.
For folks who remember Sweet Valley
Folks who
High.
remember
Yeah, if
Sweet
you
Valley
old
High.
enough. T. Lee say she remember that.
You know, we tell our age when we start talking about Sweet Valley High. And I think that's all that
Well, we do, right, and then we have our
YA.
right, yeah, we
Yeah,
have
that's
our
YA. That's young adult. So that's from, middle school kids can't read that because my
Well,
neck
like
to
13, 14.
my neck to slide in the sex scenes, that was my YA book. And I'm like,
Pretty
teenagers
dreamy.
have sex. So
You
So-
just carefully put it in.
I carefully put it in there. It was really, really tasteful and nice.
It's not raunchy.
and
adult.
it's one. It was one. And I was careful. I was
Well,
very careful.
a lot of teenagers read the urban fiction books.
Yeah.
A
So-
lot of teenagers read urban fiction.
Yes.
I started reading
But
at
a
an
lot
early
of
age.
yeah, but a lot of young women read.
Yeah.
A lot of young girls and women read. Men do not read. Not trying to diss the men. I know it's some
Yeah.
readers out there. And I know it's some writers out there.
Man.
And like I read.
You
but
do. You read a lot. You read
A lot.
everything.
I read a lot of books.
Mm-hmm.
So I know men out there read, but we got to get these young men. We got to get these young men to read because they don't read anything at all.
Well,
Please make them
majority.
read.
My
Majority.
son, to put it out there, my son is 16. It's like you have to catch their attention.
Yeah.
You know, they don't even really watch a lot of TV. If you know, they in them video games, they on their phones. So you really have to catch their attention. It's hard to, get a teenager's attention. But my son's 16 and he read Candy Rain. He pump it up to his friends like, y'all need to read this. He got his little girlfriend reading it. And and she's 17. So
That's right.
I mean, they read. They want some interesting stuff
And,
too. Some of
and
them.
authors, we gotta support each other. We
Yeah,
absolutely.
We have to stop
Absolutely.
spitting on each other. Like, 'cause I see a lot of people in the streets who say that they wrote books. I try to encourage them and things like that. But I see a lot of people who try to diss urban authors, like, oh no, I don't read that. But then to go home and watch Scarface and then Goodfellas. Like, come on.
That's
Because
power.
they-
You mean power?
Yeah,
Empire.
Yeah. Oh, for those who remember Goodfellas
Right.
and Scarface. But I see a lot of them try to diss us urban authors when we be out in the street saying, oh, well, man, it's the same old message. Well, my message is not the same as the guy next to me because
Exactly.
this is my story. That's his story. And you can't tell me my story is something different than Power or something different than what's the other crazy show everybody
Empire.
watch? That's what it is. I've
Empire.
never watched that.
He never. But the thing is, there's nothing new under the sun.
There's nothing
And so
new.
every story is told. It might be with the same premise, but it's told from a different perspective.
Absolutely.
Everybody's story is not going to be absolutely the same. You got to give the author a chance, even if you think all it is drugs, money, and sex. Well, it might be not drug, money, and sex. It might be something else in money and sex. So
Exactly.
so you got to give authors a chance because every story has been written before.
Every story has been written, and that's what I tried to do with my character Jamarcus, because Jamarcus wasn't a street guy. He was a A and B student that was going to college and trying to make his way through the world as somebody legal, but he didn't want that way. And I wanted people to see, like, I wanted young kids. That's why I wanted young boys to read it. Like, wow,
Right.
like, is this what I really want out of my life? That's the message I want
Right.
them to take.
Because
Right.
Jamarcus started off at 18.
Yeah, he
just
started
graduated from high
off
school
from 18, graduated from high school.
in
He had good.
1996.
Hey, in 1996. Hey, but he didn't. Yeah, but he had good parents. He come from a good household.
Mm-hmm.
He was an upstanding young man. His stepfather took care of him when he was young, and his mother took care of him. They had good jobs. They raised him in a good environment. But he lust for the things that you can get fast, and he saw the streets, and that's what he wanted.
And that's sad because that's what our young people want.
Yeah.
Fast money.
money.
Even people our age, they want fast money. They don't want to grind. But when you believe in yourself, especially with writing, you have to believe in yourself,
to
and
be
you
a
have
writer.
to work hard to get what you. And nothing is given to you for free.
Especially as a writer.
Especially, you
Especially
don't make
as a
no
writer.
money.
And you know what? But the thing is, there's so many of us, and I know Ubawa made a post a couple weeks ago saying that we should work together. If we work together, we probably can build faster.
Yeah, shout out to
It's-
Ubawa.
Ubawa,
Yeah.
You
We'll
know,
see y'all soon.
in October in California.
California.
But if we work together, we'll probably a lot of us will probably make it faster if we uplifted each other and supported each other. But it's too bad because we always looking like, okay, if I get this person a bone, it's gonna take a bone away from me.
Yeah, but this is our debut show, and we're going to do as much as we can to just support the literary world. It's not just about AVOC Publishing. And with our collab, Kennerly Presents, it's about all of us that's grinding, that's independent. Even if you're established and you come in independent, we want to uplift everybody. We're going to promote, we're going to push, and we trying to build not just get some money, but we're trying to build a brand.
We're trying to build a brand.
Brand.
Absolutely.
So we have children's, nonfiction, we got romance,
Romance.
erotic romance, and we have our new adult, Ann Patillo. And there he was. She's our first new adult.
Oh, and we forgot Latrice Fair.
Oh yeah,
Love and
she's our
Deception.
very, very new.
Yeah,
Love and Deception.
It's like
It's urban.
it's not really urban. It's like African American drama.
Yeah.
It's not
yeah.
really urban. It's because
Just a little bit.
Not really.
You don't think so?
It's a matter of opinion.
It's a matter of opinion. Genres, you guys. It could be subgenre. I might think it's urban, and like my sister said, you might think it's African American drama, but it's still out there.
So what do you
with all the
consider
drama.
yourself? What genre you consider yourself?
You know what? I don't put a title on myself.
All right.
I don't. I mean, my basis of myself, my foundation is romance, but I like writing different things. Like we were talking about doing a horror book.
I want to do horror.
You know,
I really want to do
just
horror.
a touch of different things. And we did a paranormal Shaylin Amador. You know, y'all need to pick that Shaylin Amador up.
Okay, Celestial Appetite.
Hey, you got that little paranormal?
It's
And where can they get that?
Amazon,
BarnesandNoble.com, Kindle, and again that's Celestial Appetite.
Hey, inbox us.
Hey, they got a book called Passion Players too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Women. If you like that kind of stuff, then Passion
What kind
Players.
of stuff?
Look at the
and
mirror
freaky
cover.
stuff.
I'm gonna excuse myself, guys, for a minute.
Hot and freaky stuff.
Hot and freaky. I think it's tasteful and freaky. It's hot and freaky.
You know,
it's
yeah,
tasteful.
I think most of the work is a little tasteful.
I try to do. You know what? When I do things under Shaylin, I still try to do them tastefully. They, freaky to a high level, but tasteful. But when I'm writing with the Charlatan, which is what's gonna come up later in our Battle of the Sexes.
Yeah.
The difference in sex scenes when men and women write them. The Charlatan's a little more cut to the point. Slap the pants off, go ahead and get it on. And I want
Don't give it away too much. Don't give it away too much.
I'm just gonna touch on it. I'm more so as where he want to caress, put the hair behind the ear, but I can't do that when I'm writing with the Charlatan. I gotta slap it up and flip it and rub it down too.
Because the Charlatan from the streets. Now
The Charlatan's from the streets, but he in love too.
Yeah, but he can't smack it up and flip it with everybody.
No.
It's like you can't kiss everybody.
That's
Everybody, you can't give everybody champagne.
Yeah. So, what is the we're gonna take a break, and then we'll come back and talk about the Motor City book experience.
And also, we're gonna bring you Shantae Kennerly,
Yes.
our partner in the Motor City book experience that we're gonna mention as well. And he's gonna be with us when we come back from break.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our cruising altitude. Please unfasten your seatbelts and turn on all of your electronic devices. Relax and enjoy your journey into Mesa's uncharted territory.
Share my heart, even when the world tries to tear me apart. 'Cause at the very core of who I I possess is that I share my love and happiness. I can bring you through all life's tests, 'cause I am a messenger of love.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our cruising altitude.
I am a messenger
Please unfasten your seatbelts and turn on all of your electronic devices. Relax and enjoy your journey into Mesa's
I am a
uncharted
messenger
territory.
of love. Oh, yeah, baby, to a place where you'll find peace of mind. Let me shower you with love, baby. A friend forever in me you'll find. Come on, baby. Come with me, baby. A place where you belong. Oh, yeah, baby. Come on, baby. Come with me, baby. I'll show you love. Come on, baby. Get with me, baby. A place where you belong. Let me take you there. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't make your heart sing. I'll show you with love. Ooh, yeah.
Hi, we're back with the Motor City Book Experience, and I am A.G. Hobson.
I am A.N. Williams.
And I am the charlatan.
All right.
And so for the second part of the show, we wanted to talk about the Motor City Book Experience at Cobo Center.
Kobo.
Yeah.
We put this together. It was a brainchild. We was in New York at a book event, and we were talking with Shantae Kennerly about doing a book fair in Detroit, because there's book fairs around Detroit, but there's never really, well, to my knowledge, since I've been in the writing game, I've never seen one in the city. And so we was asking around, like, would you come to a book fair in Detroit, and we wanted to do something different. We didn't want to just be sitting there selling books, and even though we're going to sell books, we want to network, we want to have fun, we want to talk to other authors, and find out what they got going on, they find out what we got going on, and we ended up coming up with the Motor City Book Experience.
So the Motor City Book Experience, we're going to have a panel discussion with the authors, editors, the book clubs.
We have book clubs, and we also have Yana Deschamps coming from New York.
Can't wait to meet her.
She is the director of publicity at Atria Simon & Schuster.
Wow.
She represents some of the big names in literature. She represents Zane,
TD
Jakes. She has oh God, I forgot his name. He's actually coming here in 2 weeks to do a book signing.
Wow.
He's off of the Huffington Post online.
Okay.
And he wrote a book about the shootings that's been going on with the police and young black men.
Wow.
And so Yana's represent him. She's his publicist. And she did Michael Strahan's book.
Right.
And so she's coming to share her knowledge on the industry.
How we can get
and
publicity.
how you can get publicity and get your book out there to get sold so people can pick it up.
All right.
We
have
also
performers.
We got singers, poets. We have a jazz ensemble.
T.E. Lee's part of our poetry, spoken word session.
The producer of the Motor City Book Experience Radio Hour.
7 Mile.
And 7 Mile Radio.
And we have a DJ Royalty.
Oh, yeah, Royalty.
She's going to come and spin.
Oh, yeah. We have the massage school,
Irene's Massology.
All right, now.
I believe that's what it's called.
Okay.
They're going to be giving out free massages.
She said free, y'all.
Free.
Come get a free massage.
Get a free massage.
Hey.
A massage ain't never hurt nobody.
It ain't hurt nobody.
And we got some
photography.
We have 2-for-1 entertainment coming with the photos.
Oh yeah.
And
Mr. Little John.
And we got 7 Mile Radio gonna be broadcast. 7 Mile. Gonna broadcast and do interviews.
Our new family.
Okay. And then also we're gonna have Lord, I lost my train.
Well, we're gonna have Shantae Kennerly, our partner in crime. He came up with this, so we will be talking to him. Even if he doesn't call in today, we'll be talking to him our next show.
We want him to talk about his hot literature and his authors and a new book he got coming out next week that I collabed with.
All
I got a story
right.
in there.
Hey.
The book is called Sex Therapy, y'all.
All right.
Sex therapy.
Kennerly presents doing the thing.
Absolutely.
So we meeting under his group is Terry Branch,
Nikki Roundtree,
and
Anitra Hill is coming out.
All under Kennerly Presents.
And Ken Leibson. Also, locally, we have Danielle Marcus Presents. She's a publisher.
All right.
And she's bringing her camp.
All right. And we do have 20 feature authors that's in the Motor City Book Experience. We have to give a large shout out to Sylvia Hubbard.
Sylvia Hubbard.
Oh, she's been pumping. Of the Motown Writers Network.
Sylvia everywhere.
Sylvia, everybody know you, girl.
Everybody know. Every time we interview, every time we talk to somebody, they say, we know y'all talk to Sylvia Hubbard.
And we said, yes, we
absolutely
did.
we did. We absolutely did. Sylvia is a phenom.
Yes.
And,
Monster.
And we also wanted to talk about some of the local authors that we have coming out. We got Tracy Boyd.
Oh, yeah.
We got author, poet S.L. Butter. We got author Simply Kish. We got author, poet Martez Simmons. And Daisha Kegler. She's a high school student.
Go on, girl.
And I heard, they say her pen game is fire.
All right, we got to see you.
Can't wait to meet her.
Okay.
H. Eugene. Jada Pearl. I think Tisha Starr is local as well. She might be from Ohio.
We got author Amy.
Author Amy. Grey Wolf Publishing.
Grey Wolf.
She's also going to be on the panel.
Yes, she is. She's an editor. She's bringing her authors to the Motor City Book Experience. And we're also promoting Dwayne Parker, Born Dead. He is an author actor, and unfortunately he did sign up. He was one of our first authors, but due to a conflict in his schedule, he will not be there. But we are promoting his book, and hopefully they'll be there for giveaways.
That's right. We have tons of giveaways.
And yes,
too.
Remember Dwayne Parker, Born Dead.
And we have our giveaways. We're doing baskets for our raffles.
Oh yeah.
We're doing a giveaway for book club. So if you're in a book club, you bring your book club. I don't know what all of the other authors are charging, but an average book is $10 to $15. We're giving a book club $100 to shop on us. $100 to shop on us. You bring your book club members. Y'all got the most. You get the cash.
But you have to be a book club.
Have to be a book club, and you have to sign in, email addresses, and all. And we're going to actually give all of the book club members a name tag, so we'll know who's there in your book club when they sign in.
So it's very fair.
We're trying to make it very fair.
That's right. And your members have to be present.
They have to be present.
But remember, $100.
$100 in book
Motor
bucks.
City Book Bucks.
Motor City Book
and
Bucks.
we're paying for your books.
We're paying for you to read.
And we also have our bestseller award.
We have 8 bestseller awards that we're giving out to the authors who sell the most books at the Motor City Book Experience. Our tally is going to, I know we had some questions on the tally. And we have a system put in place. All of the readers that come in, they're going to sign in. When they buy your book, you have to go see a Motor City Book Experience representative. Give your book to them. It's going to be stamped and logged in that you purchased that book. And at the end of the event, we're going to tally up those votes. And our trophies are beautiful, y'all. We spend some money on those trophies.
Did you see them, Charlatan?
Yes, I did. They was nice. Yeah, so y'all better get ready. They nice now.
You gonna want that
sitting in your curio cabinet. That's me telling my age.
And you can go down in history as one of the first authors that won the trophy at the first annual Motor City Book Experience.
Oh yeah. Definitely. And then we also going to let our people get a trophy too. It's a little bit small.
Yeah, AVOC Publishing and Kennerly Presents. We have so it wouldn't be fair for our authors to actually win one of the bestseller trophies, but we, our authors gonna do their thing as well. So we have individual trophies for AVOC Publishing bestseller and
Kennerly
Presents bestseller. So we have those.
We have to
those
represent our people too.
Our people got to get in on it too. It's only fair. And we have the performers. We're hoping to get them in before the event. We have Anisha Denham.
That's my girl.
And she got one song, Trust Issues. It's hot. I
It's
like
hot.
it. I like it.
I think, hey, she premiering. I think she gonna go a long way. That
She
girl
has a
can
beautiful
sing.
voice. Beautiful voice.
That's the title of a book.
Trust Issues.
Trust
think
Issues.
I told
believe
her.
I've seen that.
I told her like, give me your story, girl. We gonna get you published. Sell that book, girl. Yeah.
And then we have Z. She's
All
a
right.
local performer. And we have Tony Larkins and Dennis Lee, the jazz ensemble.
Yeah, and Dennis Lee called himself Dr. D.
Dr. D.
Yeah, and they're local as well.
They're Daja and it's called Daja and
Yeah, they play with Daja. It's a jazz
It's a
group
jazz
that plays
group.
around Detroit. Yeah, look up Daja. Those boys can play.
They can play. Yeah.
Daja is D-A.
J.A.
It's J-A.
It's D-A-J-A.
D-A-J-A. That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's D-A apostrophe
J-A, yeah.
Okay. Look them up on YouTube. They hot.
They're hot. They are. And then we want to send a shout out to our hostess with the mostest,
Hosted.
Kimberly Felder Foster, a longtime friend of ours.
Oh yeah. That girl, she can talk. So we know we're gonna have a good time. She gonna do her thing. Kimberly.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right.
So, basically, we was waiting to see if Shantae was gonna call in and talk about his book, but we might have to have him on next week.
Yeah.
I want to go ahead and talk about it. It's so hot, but I'll wait and let him do it because he, I don't want to take up his shine.
Right. But we do have some more authors we can shout out. Danny James, she's an author poet that's going to be on our
Spoken word session.
panel. And she was one of the first authors to sign up. And then we have Thomas Long. I'm hearing a
Long.
buzz about Thomas Long.
I heard that Thomas Long.
He's
was
been
one
in the
of-
game
I
a
heard
long
he was
time.
one of the first authors Carl Weber signed.
Wow.
That's what I'm hearing.
But Thomas Long, he has a great following. He's going to be with us.
He's also
selling
on the
his
pa-
book.
and he's also on the panel.
Oh, yeah.
He's
So
on the
I
panel.
want to hear this man speak.
We have to have our males represented on that panel because we had a ton of women.
We have a ton.
Yeah, because we had Doreen Burtz coming in from Ohio. She has her own program. I wish I would have had the information in front of me.
Okay.
She got an outreach program that she does in Ohio.
Oh, that's good.
And she's coming in. She's going to be on the panel as well.
And then
Kim
Kim
Lanansky.
Oh, and Kim Lanansky.
Me and Kim was signed to the same publisher, and we both left at the same time.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Kim, she's familiar. I can't wait to see her, and she's coming, y'all, from Canada.
She's coming from Canada.
So
Yeah.
big shout out to Kim Lanansky.
Kim, and she, one of her books is called "How to Teach Kids to Swear,"
Like really, Kim, for real. Like,
and I
these
read it.
kids-
It's funny. It's a funny book. Yeah, it's really good.
Um,
So why don't we just go into the tidbits we was talking about in the writing game, and since we mentioned me and Kim coming from the same publisher.
okay, so why do you think what was your reason for starting AVOC Publishing?
Well, like I said, I wrote Light in the Shadow in 2012, and I was so excited. I just started sending it out,
Yeah.
and I did research, but I think I didn't do my research in Vanity Publishing. I didn't do it in I was thinking publishing company, and so when I got the responses, I didn't, how a lot of people say they get the response from the big time publishing companies make you want to just kill yourself and quit.
Yeah. Because I was scared, y'all. I didn't do it.
I didn't get that. I didn't get the negative. Some people say, I remember I got one. I saved them all too.
Did you?
I remember I got one response that was saying that it was a good book, but it wasn't what they were looking for. And I felt so confident. That's what kept me pushing to
that's
keep
good.
sending my manuscript out. And I ended up getting 2 offers, 2 contracts at the same time. So I got my first contract with Donna Inc. and my second one was with an African American publishing company. And so I looked at it and I say, okay, I don't write it. When I first started writing, I didn't write African American nothing. I mean, you know, I am a multicultural reader.
Yes.
And so I wanted to write what I read.
That's right.
I'm a Twilight reader. 50 Shades of Grey.
Yes.
I read what's her name? Not Mary Below. Linda Winstead Jones.
Oh my God.
I read stuff like that. So I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna be the writer like I'm, the reader I am. I'm gonna be the writer that I am, the reader that I am. So when I looked at the two differences, I said, okay, who would best represent me as a writer? So I felt like Donna Inc. because she, it was a multicultural. It was a multicultural company, for lack of a better word. And I felt like the African American company would just market me only to African American readers. And so I ended up going with her. And so she told me, I'm going to pay for your publicity. I'm going to be your agent. We're going to try to get a movie script. And she said all these good things to get me
that
in.
you want to hear.
I did read my contract. And I knew she wasn't locking me in for a whole bunch of... She locked me in for Light in the Shadow. And that was it.
Which was a good thing.
Which was a good thing. And then it's just a lot of bad things went after that first year. Lies, bounce checks, all kinds of things. I said, you know what? I started really studying what she was doing. When she would send me back my manuscript, I would look and see how she had it set up and formatted. And I would look in the thing, because she usually sent it to me in PDF. But when she sent it to me in Word, I went and looked at all the settings to see what she did to format it. And so I said, I can do this myself.
That's right.
I started buying my own covers. I did, 6 books with her?
Yeah.
She only did the first cover. I paid for all my other covers.
And you know what, guys? She was not, I repeat, not locked in the contract.
Not locked in the contract.
So, please, when you are going and looking at these companies, please read your contract. Do not even if it sounds like a good deal, do not lock yourselves in these contracts. Give them one. And if that doesn't work, they give it to them. Start over. So at least you don't have all your work locked up into this company that's not working out. Thank goodness that it was amicable, that they went their separate ways, but it don't always work that way.
She didn't have I wasn't contracted for the other 5 books that I did was not even under contract.
Because
she
changed company. She changed her company name too.
She was getting ready to get sued, and so she filed bankruptcy and changed the company. She changed the LLC, which made my first contract null and void. And so she didn't think I knew that. So I told her, I'm not even under contract with you anymore anyway. She kept telling me, well, we're going to have to sign another contract for you. I said, oh, okay, yeah. And when I walked away, I really walked away with my covers. I just didn't use them because I didn't want to associate myself with her, which is why I changed my author name to A.G. Hobson.
That's right.
Yeah. So our names, yes. So when your wife came to you about, the charlatan, when she came to you about everything, what was your advice to her?
Yes.
Like, go, just go.
Independent authors. Independence is the best way. It's the hardest way.
It's the hardest.
But it's the best. I'm here to tell you, independence is the best way. That's why my favorite people that's ever really been in the rap game is Master P and Damon Dash. I know a lot of people don't like Damon Dash, but I'm not telling you to get into his personal life or like him as a friend, but I'm talking about the thought process,
the
that
ideas
he had,
that they had,
ideas that they both had about independence. I know y'all see Jay-Z on top right now, but without Damon Dash, there is no Jay-Z.
All right.
Master P came into the rap game and changed the rap game on his independence. They was offering him all kind of money, but he didn't want to be locked into no contract and be somebody's slave for the next 20 years.
That's right.
Same thing Ice Cube did.
So authors, if somebody come to you with a $10,000 deal, that's chump change. That's nothing. You can go out and make $10,000 yourself on the street. So they're gonna give you a $10,000 deal and lock you into a 5-book contract. Like, that's slavery.
Yeah,
no,
absolutely slavery.
But being independent, do you know what you can do independently? You can find out, read, do your own covers. if you don't have to be the editor extraordinaire. Read your work. Have somebody proofread your stuff, and don't put it out any kind of way. We're not saying that. We saying go over it and over it and over it again. Make it the best thing that you have ever done. Put it out yourself. You're getting every 100% of your money. Covers, editing, proofreading. You can do that. And then we have a family business. We starting with our children. They help us. We have someone in house that's my daughter. She does all our trailers. We have the Motor City Book Experience promo that's on YouTube. That's on our Facebook page. She did that. My son mixed the music. Get your people. Get the people that's behind
people in
you.
your family that's willing to help you.
That's right. And close friends.
Close friends.
And another thing, authors, practice on having tough skin.
That's right.
Yes.
Because you got to have tough skin in this game. Because people, it's going to be people that's just not going to like your work.
Exactly.
Some people are haters.
Yeah.
But everybody is not a hater.
They
Some
not.
people are just not interested. But it's more haters than anything. So you got to have tough skin.
I'm
Practice
learning
having tough skin.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody tell you your work ain't worth reading. Stay on your independent grind. They don't like it, okay, keep on moving. You
That's
don't like
right.
the way my book edit, okay, you keep it to yourself and keep it moving. Let me do my thing.
That's
But you know,
right.
to piggyback off of that, I remember when I got my first 1-star review, and it was from The Flame, and it's listed as drama because it wasn't romance because you know, it's about a firefighter who had him and his wife was on like a break and he started dating his coworker and she was crazy. And so it wasn't like a romantic story. It's just that they started something and then he wanted to go back to his wife and she didn't know that she had mental issues. And so I kind of listed it under drama. And so, you know, a guy read it and he was like, it was stupid, boring, and absurd.
Just 3 words.
3 words. That was it. Stupid, boring, and absurd. And I remember when I read it, and I said, wow. And so what I did was I went back and looked at all of the books that he had read and had reviewed. And so he reviewed stuff like
Tom Clancy.
James Patterson. I said, what he doing reading The Flame? I said, The Flame? You know,
It wasn't
of course,
your cup of tea,
It wasn't
sir.
his cup of tea. And you know what? I was fine with that. Even if someone that read that kind of thing and said, you know, I don't like this book, that's fine because I know it's a lot of books that people hyped up like, oh my God, this is like the best thing I ever read. And I read it like, I don't see the hype.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So everyone is going to have their own opinion of your work.
That's right.
And, you know, we do our best. And I'm going to tell you something. When I'm editing a book, I know a lot of people say, you know, get a professional editor. Don't edit yourself. And they say it's not an excuse to not have money. But it's a real issue.
It is.
You know, I don't have $800 to pay an editor and then I'm still going to find a mistake in my
That's
book.
slavery talk.
Exactly. And so what I did was I went on websites like Grammarly, Grammar Girl. I say, does this sentence proper English?
Right.
You know, you could put it in Google and see if it's proper English if you
Right.
don't believe that the sentence is correct.
Right.
And I read it and, you know, I seen an improvement in my editing when I started reading blogs about editing and looking at things on YouTube about editing. It's just because I'm editing my own work doesn't mean I'm not putting my all into my work.
That's
and it's
right.
unfair for other authors to say, oh, you just don't want to invest in yourself because I won't pay another editor $900 to edit my work.
You're trying to make money. You're not trying
I'm not
to
trying
just
to, you
give
know,
it
and
away.
they're saying it's an investment. You know, it's an investment, you know, but guess what? I don't care if your book edited to perfection. If you don't have no readers, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. If the book ain't good, you can have it. God can edit
Flawless.
Flawless.
it can be flawless. If the book not good, it's just not good.
Exactly.
So
you
it
know?
don't matter. But how about you keep your editing thoughts to yourself and move on? If you don't see people, we talk too much about other people's work. We need to help people go up the ladder.
Give me some suggestions on how I could do better.
Yeah,
at
can we
editing.
just critique in a friendly, you know, manner? I mean, yeah, if you my friend, if you my author colleague, right, and buddy, tell me, you know, well, you could, I think this should be like this, but don't criticize me. And why are we arguing on Facebook, guys? Why? Talking about each other, it's ridiculous. But back to the thing, we're not bashing who. If you want to pay for an editor, if you want to pay for a proofreader, we're not telling you not to, but we're telling you that is other means.
It's okay, because
okay.
Listening to some of the things that you see on Facebook about writing, it'll make you it will discourage you.
Yes.
You'll say, well, I don't have $1,000 for an editor, and I can't invest it, so I guess my book will never be published, because I don't know when I'll have $1,000 free dollars for an editor. You can't tell me that I can scrape it up and invest in myself if I just don't have it.
Right.
So what you do is you get a family member that maybe got a college degree in English, or you go to the school and ask somebody, you an English person, do you think you want to intern for me and maybe edit my book for me, if you think you just can't do it yourself. But
right.
don't
It's
not
other
do it
means.
listening to people on Facebook, and you be one of them people with a manuscript that's 10 years old and still in your drawer.
Yes,
Exactly.
sister, because she got me. She pulled me in, y'all. I had books that I had wrote since I was 13. Never published because I was afraid. And thanks to my sister with her publishing woes, and she opened my eyes like, we can do this. And you have to have that person that will uplift you and say, don't let nothing stop you. You know what I'm saying? You got to have faith in yourself.
You do.
Yeah. If you don't have money for a car wash, you're going to get the water hose and wash the car.
That's
yourself.
right.
Exactly.
So why not put that faith in your own
in
work?
yourself.
Independence.
You got some. You know, it's some high school students that's good in English.
Hello.
Have them edit your book. If you don't have the money, don't let other people that have an opinion about you and your work stop you from putting your stuff out. And like she said, we're not telling you to put it out anyway. We're telling you alternatives that you can do besides hire an expensive editor that you cannot afford. I mean, if you have it, invest in it.
That's right.
If you don't, find alternative ways. And since we're coming up on our last 10 minutes, I do want to get into the battle of the sexes. And I want to, the charlatan is going to give us the tricks of the trade.
All right. So,
The battle of the sexes. So we wanted to do our first battle of the sexes. We want to try to do it every week. Hopefully we can fit it in. But we was hoping that Shantae called in so the charlatan can have some help. But I know him for a while. He can handle himself.
I can handle myself now. Believe
So
that.
the question is, in literature, not just urban, in literature period, when you're writing sex scenes, can you tell the difference between a female author and a male author?
I think so, to a certain extent, because a lot of people write sex scenes according to themselves. They don't say nothing, but it depends on your experience. Now, a lot of people probably have never had that experience of love making, running your fingers through your head, licking all down your body to your toes and all that, so they won't write about that kind of stuff.
Right.
Some people been turned around and just bent over and just get it.
right.
And they get used to that and they start liking it, and then it start reflecting in the
work.
writing that they do. But me as an urban writer, I can't look, I'm a drug dealer. I can't meet you at the club and take you to the hotel and put roses on the bed and lay you down.
Well, in sensuality, that's not exactly the same. You don't have to put roses on the bed for sex to be sensual.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I don't know. I haven't read a lot. I've read a lot of books, but not enough to judge, all books as far as women authors go. But from my experience, even when E.L. James wrote 50 Shades of Grey, there was, even though, Christian tied her up and was like, I don't like to have sex. I like to,
Right.
And so even though she, said that, you still knew that it was a woman.
Yeah.
Because Christian Grey was supposed to be this hard person to tie you up and whoop you with a belt.
Yeah.
But he still was putting her hair behind her ear and running his fingers through her hair.
Yeah, but Jamarcus, now he did his main girl, which is
Tanya.
Tanya. Now he did. Now when you go and read Foul Intentions, by the way, go get Foul Intentions.
Violent Intentions, y'all, the Charlatan Presents.
He did make love to her. Now he do got some toe licking, vagina kissing. Hey, he got all that in there with her, but
Right.
everyone else is like, okay, so he had sex with a lot of women, protected sex.
Well, you know, we're going to get into that too. But
He had a lot of sex with a lot of different women, but when he went home to Tanya, the sex was sensual. He made love to her. So foul intentions is just not, okay, turn around and slap you and get it.
it was a lot of turn around and slap you and get
Yeah,
it.
but but he had some sensual stuff in there.
He did, but you know, we collaborated a little bit. I helped you out a little bit on some of them scenes in there
She helped me out.
when I was going through the editing, because I felt like when he did have you know, and that's no reflection of your own personal
No,
sex life.
because I make love to my wife.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you didn't reflect that in Jamarcus. So your wife had to come in and help you out. Because, you know, he was kind of slapping Tanya up and flipping it too. On Tanya. I say, well, dang, you know, can he kiss Tanya on her forehead?
Sometimes.
But see, I came from the old school. I read Mary Below. I love Linda Wednesday. Those are my best authors I ever read. V.C. Andrews.
V.C. Andrews.
So you know, and then but V.C. Andrews not in the romance.
Hers is a little weird.
Yeah, it's kind of dark.
Yeah.
But she did have good storylines. But Mary Below, whole school, when a gentleman put down his coat, and that was sensual. It was tasteful. It was just everything that most mature women want in a man.
Yeah.
And so you can tell that was coming from a woman's perspective. So, you know, do you think but I don't think all women come from that same perspective.
But you know, I'm gonna tell you something. A little bit of TMI, but personally, me, I'm a romantic fool. I sit up and watch the sex scene in Love and Basketball 20 times because
Yes, you do,
I just think
guys.
it's so cute and so sensual and so, you know, and it was a first experience, so it's kind of innocent. But I also, you know, like some 50 Shades Grey hair pulling and little choke collar, you know what I'm saying? So, and
I think it's some guys out there that write sex scenes just as good as women, because all women don't write great sex scenes.
I mean, I
so.
totally agree. I'm not saying that.
No,
I was saying,
I'm not saying like, because you know, women always say, well, the world always say that women is more emotional than men,
Right.
and they more sensual than men. So people will get the idea like, well, of course, women write the best sex scenes, but that's not always true.
Oh, I absolutely agree, because I know I got a book called something Unleashed from the Cincinnati Book Fair, and I mean, he put it down. I say, well, okay, you know, I mean, you know, I mean, I almost couldn't get through the book because
we're gonna have to get that book title too.
it's something Unleashed.
I'm telling you, the first page, I was clenching my pearls.
and you know, Shantae Kendrick got some good sex scenes too.
Oh yeah,
and he
Shout
writes
out to
Treasure.
Shantae. What up, Shantae? You be writing. You know you be writing them good
you know,
sex
because
scenes.
you know,
Kennerly
Treasure.
presents.
He wrote Treasure from a woman's perspective. You
Hot guys.
Hot.
Treasure 2, fire. Fire. Shantae Kennerly.
Yeah.
So,
So, you know, we want to go ahead and let the charlatan end the show with his tricks of the trade. And then we'll give out our website and social media and email if you have any questions or requests.
Okay, well, it's just about being in the street when you go out and sell your book independently. Go out and sell your book yourself. Don't depend on somebody else to do your work for you, because your book just like, it's cool to have a book in Walmart or it's cool to have a book in the store, but are they really going to sell your product to make you the author that you want to be? So you got to get out there and sell your book yourself. Practice on having a slogan. Present the book to somebody. That's why I picked the name The Charlatan. Now, the charlatan is a flamboyant deceiver who gains customers by tricks and jokes. Now, the charlatan was a real person. He would sell you a candle, but he will have a circus come, he will have fireworks, and he will make you think that this is the best candle has been created since mankind. That's how you got to have your book. Know how to present your book to people. And they don't even have to read it or read the back of it. It's your presentation. If you give it to them right, they'll just take it without even looking at the back of it or anything. So have a slogan. Know how to present your work.
good.
And that's the tricks of the trade of being in the streets.
All right.
All right. That was a good one.
Well,
And so, you know, we want to end the show with all of our information for the Motor City Book Experience. In the weeks to come, we're going to have authors from the event on the show. We're going to have them, some of them come in, call in, and talk about their work. And the Motor City Book Experience is August 20th. At Cobo Center from 2 p.m. We're thinking about extending it because we have so many things going on. We're thinking about extending it to 8 p.m. And like we said, there's going to be local authors and authors from around the country, singers, poets, entertainment, and more. And you can find out more information on the Motor City Book Experience.weebly.com and on social media, hashtag Motor City Book Experience. And you can contact Kennerly Presents, Shantae Kennerly on Facebook. You can contact me. My name on Facebook is Anetta Gabrielle Hobson. And the Charlatan is Charlatan Presents on Facebook. And A.N. Williams is Anitris.
Sure will.
Sure will. And you can also contact us at avocpublishing@gmail.com.
What does AVOC stand for?
AVOC stands for A Vision of Creation.
One vision, many creations. We want to shout out to 7 Mile Radio, our new home and family.
7 Mile
T.E. Lease,
Radio.
our producer. We are so happy to be here. Guys, we thank you for listening. AVOC Publishing in the house, 7 Mile Radio.
Peace.